Thank you for taking this moment to breathe and to listen to what can change your life forever. My name is Ragnar Zinikas, and I'm the founder of Starpreneur TV, How to Dominate the Decade talk show, World Women Conference and Awards, and the creator of Coral Desk. My mission is to empower through education, and thank you for investing in yourself by being here today. And obviously joining us. So today I have the distinct honor to bring to you Brenton Hoffmann, aka the Working Miracle Warrior. He is a best-selling author, entrepreneur, award-winning resilience expert, spiritual wealth coach, and music artist. But without any further ado, let's see what Brenton has to say about his story. Why is he doing what he is doing? So welcome, Brenton. Tell us your story.
Thank you. Well, where I began, it's a long one. So my story really starts, I was born in Huntington Beach, California, 1980. So I just turned 40 and don't even look it. And, you know, I've gone through a lot of, you know, growing up, you know, I had a lot of health challenges. I came into this world very sick and I almost died, but I bounced back. I had a rare blood infection at 4 months old. You know, I experienced child abuse, really violent child abuse, all the way at the early ages of 6 months old, all the way to the ages of 13, various situations. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. Looking back at my timeline, you know, just mainly, you know, and then the big stuff was like major car accident, shattered my C6 vertebrae, sent to UCLA Medical Center, told I would never walk again. Miraculously, 12 hours later, I walked away. Doctors were scratching their head like how's that even possible? You know, so I think when you have these experiences of overcoming impossible odds and really incredible hardships, it really makes you more resilient. You know, so my story is that I've me personally, not to compare to anybody, but from friends of mine and people that know me that hear my story and I listen to their story, they go, wow, man, I couldn't even imagine. Like they can't even relate to what I've been through. And I haven't even given you a splinter of my story. I just gave you a small, kind of like the intro of my bio where you gave it like the real small, like 10-second version versus the 30-second version or whatever. So, but yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I'm pretty sure that throughout this interview, we're going to get some more information and the essence that Brenton really is. But let's talk about your passion and purpose in life. I think when we go through so many things in life, that really puts you to think also, why am I here? And what really is my passion and purpose in life?
Yeah, so, and I just realized something right now. I'm actually having, I just had a Facebook message come in. And I was like, I could have sworn I turned off my notifications. So that's gonna, let's hope that doesn't get too crazy. But sorry, your question was?
That what is your passion and purpose in life?
Okay, great question. So passion and purpose in life is to live my purpose, to find my purpose. My purpose and passion is to help people overcome hardships and challenges, because if anybody knows what a hardship and a challenge is, it's definitely me. But again, not to take away from anybody, because everybody has their own unique story and everybody's been through something. I really, truly love to help people overcome hardships, things where they feel stuck in their life. You know, that's why I'm a coach. That's why I'm a, you know, that's why I'm a spiritual wealth coach, and I help people find, you know, harmony in all areas of their life. So that's my passion. And then music and magic, and it's kind of like, you know, but I just really love helping people.
Beautiful. Everybody have their uniqueness and have their unique way how to people see us and why people are contacting us, whether it's personally or whether it's in business. So how do you distinguish yourself in business and life?
Yeah, like what differentiates me from a lot of other people?
Yeah.
You know, great question also. I think that a lot of people do a lot of similar things. And I think when you look deep into the word differentiation, it's, I think everybody in the way is kind of the same, right? With their own like unique twist to it. So it's a hard question to answer, but if I was to answer what differentiates me completely from everyone else, I mean, I really have the ability to look into a situation very quickly, almost very rapidly, sometimes even a matter of seconds, and solve a problem in somebody's business or personal life. It's just a natural innate ability, and there are other people like that. But I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know what I mean? I could just find things very quickly. I see the 30,000-mile view from the trees, classic scenario. I mean, I literally see the whole blueprint almost instantly. So it's a gift.
It definitely is. So tell us, who is a walking miracle warrior?
So the Walking Miracle Warrior, how that came about was I used to be called the Walking Miracle Marketer because I've been a marketer for many years. And then I, changed the marketing. I mean, I still have that part of the branding, but it turned more into the Walking Miracle Warrior because it represents the warrior, like what I've been through in my story, overcoming hardships and, near-death experiences and just overcoming impossible odds, things that most people don't live through. And so if you ask me, what is a walking miracle warrior to me and where the name came from, that would be it. If anybody wanted to be a walking miracle warrior or to identify with that, it would be anybody who has literally walked the path of overcoming things that they didn't truly think they can get through, usually like accidents, or it's all how you perceive it. So a walking miracle warrior is, as it sounds, you're a warrior and you basically like a walking miracle, like how I hurt myself and shattered my vertebrae, 6 vertebrae, C6, and I'm paralyzed till I would never walk again. I walked away from that. That's a walking miracle warrior.
That's a great answer. So
thank you.
As an entrepreneur, what would you say, what are the greatest lessons that you have learned as an entrepreneur?
Greatest lessons that I've learned as an entrepreneur? Wow, yeah, that's a great question. I got to think about that for a second. So I would say time is everything. Time management is not time management, it's energy management. So I think that when you come from a place of time, you don't really get anything done. And if you try to do everything yourself, you'll never succeed. You have to delegate things, and it's very important so you free up your time. I would say those are probably one of the most important lessons that I learned as an entrepreneur, because back then I wasn't really delegating things as much as I am now. I wasn't really, my time management wasn't as good as it was before. But I would say, yeah, I'd say those things.
So I think a lot of people do know what the wealth coach is, but tell us what makes a spiritual wealth coach unique, and why should people hire you or any other time?
Sure. Yep. So wealth coach, right? Everyone knows what a wealth coach is. They say JT Fox is the #1 wealth coach, for an example. A lot of people, are wealth coaches in the world that help other people with finances and money and things like that. Spiritual wealth coach is just as it sounds. Spiritual, we're all energy. We're in these physical meat suits and these physical bodies, but everything is energy. I think that when you focus only on the money, then you have a lot of problems in your life. The money doesn't truly make you happy because you still have all these other, pillars that have been knocked down. So I look at the saying, like, what good is a table, with 1 leg? It's just going to fall over. Even 2 legs, it needs 4 legs or whatever, right? To more stable. More pillars, the more stable. So a wealth coach, simply put, spiritual wealth coach is somebody who helps somebody have wealth in all areas of their life and really is specific, and no cookie cutter. It's like very, very tailored and specific to their life in all areas of life. And that's what I do.
Beautiful. We all know that we need mentors in our life, and for some, mentor can be on the pages of a book, some listen to videos or watching YouTube, and some have the fortune to have one live one. Who has been your mentor or mentors in life?
Yeah, so there's been quite a few, but looking back in retrospect, I think the ones that really helped me and shaped and paved the way for me was Tony Robbins was the first. Then it was Les Brown. Really listened to his materials and read his books and then saw him, speak, and and then years later, I knew I would meet him, but I actually did eventually meet him and got, met his family and became friends with him, and it all kind of started from there. But I told him when I met him that he's always been a mentor of mine even before he knew me. And so, but you got, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, the mentor of mentors, Brian Tracy. And then also truly grateful for my mentor and coach, Tim Zimmerman out of Las Vegas, SM3 Success. Shouts out to Tim. He's helped me change my perspective, remove limiting beliefs that I personally didn't even think were there after 20 years of working on myself. So, I really owe it to those people. And then also JT Fox for, helping me understand business in a way that I never understood it before.
Beautiful. We are going to dig deeper who you are and what you have gone through. So,
get the shovel ready, let's do it.
So, how did you achieve a high level of success, even with learning disabilities, autism, dyslexia, depression, disease, numerous health challenges, near-death experience, and even homeless? So, is there anything else to add there?
Yeah, there's more, but that's the thing. I really have to shave down my life bio, and it's really not easy. It's quite a process, and the reason why is because when you meet somebody, they have a story where it's like there's a the hero's journey, right? The pit, like where they go into the pit or whatever. They have troubles in their life, and they come out. They have the aha moment, awareness, awakening, and then they have success and this and that. And you hear a story, it's like one or two stories. I got like 20. I got like high rise, the pinnacle success, then the fallout, then the pinnacle success, then the fallout. I mean, there's just too much back and forth, up and down, and it's very overwhelming. So to answer your question, how are you asking me how I got through it? Pretty much.
How did you achieve a high level? Yeah.
Faith is number one. It's the cornerstone of everything. Just knowing, trusting, like, and not just faith. I mean, I think that there's like faith, and there's like, nothing is greater than knowing. Like, I just knew somehow in some way, even when all the evidence around me was telling me I was completely screwed, like, you're done, like, you're gonna die, like, it's all over. Even through the worst panic attacks, the worst physical anguish, pain, psychological pain, I mean, we're talking the stuff that crushes people completely. I just focused on my faith, and I forgave people, including myself first, so faith, forgiveness, and then I became more grateful, had a better attitude. I was more accepting of my situation and my challenges, and as a result, I had more peace in my life, and I was able to just look, one step at a time, like taking, just baby steps in order for me to get through all the, as they call it, the crap tunnel, like the Shawshank Redemption, Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great advice here. So whoever you feel today that that's it, that can't be any worse, then I think exactly the imaginations of a time that already have surpassed that circumstance or the moment that you're living in. And again, to also remind yourself that you are not defined by the circumstances or situations that you're going through. You gave me an interesting question because you were talking about the story of the hero. Have you ever written a book? And if not, then I understand that there's 20 of them coming.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I have been writing my book, The Walking Miracle Warrior. Basically talks about overcoming hardships, basically how you can overcome anything, even if it's death itself. And I've been working on that for quite some time, and fortunately, and I can't let it get me down. It's happened to other people, but all of my information crashed on my hard drive on my laptop, which had my whole book on it, and it was just about completed. And now I got to start all over again, and it's been a journey writing this book. But everything is timing. Everything happens for a reason. So I could look at the situation like, oh, that's terrible, just another loss, or I can look at it like, it wasn't the right timing for that, you know, and for whatever reason, even though we're in some very weird times right now, but you know, I'll get back to getting the book together, and I really hope to have it completed like sometime next year.
So how do you see future? What the future will bring to Brenton personally and professionally?
How do I see the future?
Yeah. What the future will bring you?
Yeah, well, obviously more success in all areas of life, you know, practice what I preach, right? So, you know, spiritual wealth and you know, stronger spirituality and connection to God, you know, stronger mentality, you know, better relationships, healthier relationships, and you know, and more you know, better finances, and you know, always just sharpening a saw and improving, you know. So I see my future as just getting better and better and better. I mean, just this year alone, I accomplished more in 1 year from last year to this time than I had in probably the last 10 years, like consistently, without gaps, you know, because of all my health challenges and stuff. So I look at that as a major success. So when I can look at that at retrospect from you know, 1 year's time till now, I can only see my future being, you know, so much better.
That's a great answer. So whoever you're watching, I hope that you have made some notes today. If not, then go back to this video and do it. Have your things
Yeah,
ready.
definitely take notes. Yes, for sure. The 5 steps. Faith, remember that. Faith. Without it, it's the cornerstone. Without faith, you have nothing. You know what I mean? Even though everything is faith. And also, they should write this down too. There's no such thing as doubt, because all doubt is negatively charged faith. Everything is faith.
Yes.
Make sense?
So before you start to give any more, let's focus
Sure,
them
sure.
on. So let's share those secret sources or recipes for success. So can you share your at least 3 recommendations how to dominate the decade?
Say that last part. How to what?
How to dominate the decade.
Oh, dominate the decade. Yeah, got it. Yeah, there was a cut. There was yeah. Anyways, how to dominate the decade? Well, you know, I'd say, you know, obviously, trying to remember this because I wrote this down. It was actually in a magazine. Can I grab my magazine real quick? It's in there.
Yeah, sure.
I just can't remember it at the moment. Hold on. That's me, by the way. So I put it in here in the magazine as we all wait. I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't remember it for some reason at the top of my mind, right? But it's basically 5 steps, just like how I said: faith, forgiveness, gratitude, acceptance, and peace, which is huge. You know, you said you just for 3. I mean, I give you 5, but why can't I find this right now? Hold on, I'm so sorry.
Well, even if you just give the keywords, I think a lot of people need to define those keywords for themselves anyways, because in the end of the day, forgiveness for me might mean totally different that it is for someone who is watching, because it depends whether they need to forgive themselves, whether they need to forgive someone else. And I think forgiveness is one of the topics where we underestimate when we don't release it, because to really go around with that, let's say, excessive baggage the whole life, and not forgiving yourself or someone else, is something that can actually really destroy your life and destroy
well,
your
there's a lot of people that try to forgive other people, right? And then they think they forgave them, but it doesn't work. That's because you have to forgive yourself first. So it's faith in yourself, faith in whatever you believe in, higher power, God, then forgiveness in yourself, forgiveness in others, gratitude in yourself, gratitude in others. So it always starts with yourself. Acceptance in yourself, because if you can't accept others, if you can't accept yourself, you got to accept your own struggles and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I would say that, I mean, even though I'm giving extra, faith, forgiveness, gratitude. I mean, that's just the 5 piece there. But I would say pray from your present is what I put in the magazine. Pray from your present, program your perception, right? You got to program your perception, produce a passion plan, and progress, not perfection, right? And then persistently persevere until you get it. That's what I would give to you guys.
Those are, I hope you did write them down. If not, go back to this video and take the notes. And
I know, because I couldn't even remember. I had to go to my magazine.
Exactly. So we all know that there is a science between writing down things and between our brain. In order to really be able to act on that, you just first step, write them down,
Yes.
see what it really means for you, and then take action on them. But if people want to follow you or contact you, how can they do so?
So yeah, you can Google me for one. It sounds funny, right? People are like, how can I get a hold of you? Oh, just Google me, right? But yeah, Brenton Tyler Hoffmann, Google. All my information will be there. But I'm on Facebook, obviously, under Brenton Tyler Hoffmann. You can find me on Instagram at Sleight of Rhyme, just how it sounds, like sleight of hand, but instead of that, Sleight of Rhyme. And you could find all of my main, or you can go to my website. It's my name, Brenton Tyler Hoffmann, 2 F's, 2 N's. Always remember to put that second N, very important. BrentonTylerHoffmann.com, and all the information is there as well. So
beautiful.
You can't get lost. It'll point you back to where you need to go. That's how you're supposed to do it, by the way.
Exactly.
Take the notes, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So what would be the last message from your part if someone was watching now, and how would you like them to remember that interview?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Say that again.
So the last message from you, something that you want them to take from this interview, the way that to remember you, or there's something that the message for people that are watching. What is your message?
Oh, okay, great question. Never give in, never give up for one, or give in to the voice inside your head telling you to quit before your big win. Like, just keep going. Like, no matter how hard it gets, just like, and don't try to compare yourself to other people's successes. That's a big one that I learned over the years, because you'll only set yourself back. You'll never move forward because you'd be too afraid to catch up to the people that you think are better than you.
Beautiful. So I want to thank you, Brenton, for taking the time, for investing in our audience and sharing your incredible story with all the ups and downs, as you say, the 20 heroes' journeys. And
I'm telling you,
looking forward to read about all of them. So today, even you write them down so you know those 20 what you're going to share.
I know them.
Unfortunately,
I wish I didn't. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. And I want to thank you that you're watching. Thank you for investing in yourself, in your personal growth, and also taking the time to really listen and hopefully taking notes. When you did take the notes, more important than just taking the notes, take action on those. So if you want to become the hero of your life, of your own life, then take action on those notes. If you want to become the hero in someone else's life, then you can do it by just clicking in the mouse or just sharing the screen that you have in your phone. We never know that when people need to hear Brentons story, because those stories do have the power to change someone else's life. And there are a lot of people which think that they are in a deepest crisis. They are in a situation today that there's no strength to go on. And I think we today had the living proof that absolutely everything in life is possible. So become the hero of your own life by taking action, and share the video and become the hero in someone else's life. I thank you for taking the time, and I will see you in our next episode. Thank you very much.